Now, look, I've got to ask you about this because a memorial was held for the late Reverend Jesse Jackson. He rose to prominence alongside Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement. And instead of mourning him, the Democrats turned this into a divisive political clown show. Here was Barack Obama.
We are living in a time when it can be hard to hope. Each day we're told by those in high office to fear each other and to turn on each other, and that some Americans count more than others, and that some don't even count at all. Everywhere we see greed and bigotry being celebrated, and bullying and mockery masquerading as strength. We see science and expertise denigrated, while ignorance and dishonesty and cruelty and corruption are reaping untold rewards. Every single day we see that. And it's hard to hope.
My God, give it up. I mean, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, they did the same. And Stella, it was so embarrassing. Have a listen to Jesse Jackson's son. This is Jesse Jackson Jr. He lashed out at the politicization.
I listened for several hours of 3 United States presidents who do not know Jesse Jackson.
You know, Stella, Obama and co, they politicised a memorial for their own agenda, their own Trump Derangement Syndrome on full display. How disrespectful to do this at an event, mourning an American icon.
Yeah, but it's on par. They'll take an opportunity whenever they can. Kamala Harris, I think she showed up and she was speaking in a different accent as well, because that was, this is what she does. When she was on the political campaign, all of a sudden, you know, she's in the South, she has a Southern accent. But I'm so happy that you aired that sound with the son, because the family came out right after Jesse Jackson passed away. And this same son said, I just don't want this to be about politics when we go to the funeral. So he kind of put people on notice. And then afterwards, he said that. So I'm really happy that you mentioned it, because guess what? The story got buried in the mainstream media. A shocker. This story got buried in the mainstream media. But yes, very disrespectful. And this is what they do. They found the stage and they thought this was the right audience at the right time. And they went for it.
Yeah, they always hijack things for their own political gain. They're a bunch of idiots, seriously. And we've got to talk about Kamala Harris, because you mentioned the phony accents. We've actually got it to play for our viewers. Here she was, putting it on as she always does. Have a listen.
Let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming.
Oh, seriously, she is so cringe. And this one comes with a trigger warning to our viewers, because she's back again with the same old word salads. Look at this.
Understand, as has been said, the beauty that comes after the storm, when we see what is possible and what can be unburdened by what has been. As he once said, when a barrier falls for one of the locked out, it opens the doors for all. And that is what he told me, and what he taught me, and how he inspired me.
Oh no, Stella, unburdened by what has been. It's back. It's back. She's brought it back.
She brought it back. I think she wants to go viral. I'm like, what did she, do you know what she said? Because I have no idea.
No, I've got no clue. No.
I have no idea. But again, I told you, when she was on the campaign trail, I think she was in 2024 at a Labor Day speech in Detroit. She made she had a different accent. In Atlanta, she had a different accent. She flip-flops when needed. But what's interesting, though, is, she really, up until, the Democrat Party told her that she had to really embrace the Black side of her, she became Black. But really, she's Indian. Right? She was raised by an Indian mother. That is like her whole heritage. And there's videos of her being like, I'm Indian. I'm like really being proud about her Indian culture, which is great. But then the Democrat Party was like, all right, we're going to pivot here. You're now going to be Black. And so I I just find it interesting because you could be whoever you are, like be who you are, but be authentic and be real. And constantly having these different accents and then saying you're this and then saying you're that. It's like it's playing up to your audience and there's nothing authentic about it.
No, nothing authentic about it. And I say good luck. If the Democrats are going to make her run, fantastic, please.
Yes,
please. Do us all a favour. You'll do Donald Trump a favour. Exactly. We can't wait to be burdened by what has been once again. Now, before we let you go, we've got to talk about Joe Biden. After seeing this clip, and I mean, there's been some clips of him lately, but I just think to myself, why is he still being allowed to make public appearances? Have a look at this.
If I told you all earlier when I was a kid I had a cleft palate or a club foot, none of you would have laughed. But it's okay to laugh at stuttering. I'm not being critical of you, but think about it. It's the one place where people think you're stupid. Oh, really? I'm a hell of a lot smarter than most of you. But all kidding aside.
Look, Stella, seriously, get him off the stage, please. It's now at the point where it's beyond elder abuse. They need to tell him to stand down and to stop speaking.
I have to tell you, it's really sad. I've been in media and American media here, for over 20 years. And the gaslighting was so real. Like, you're not actually seeing what you're seeing. Don't believe your lying eyes. When we started talking about it and saying like, hey, is there something wrong with him? Like, he can't even walk up the stairs, or he's riding a bike and he's falling. And we were all told and gaslit by the mainstream media, like, oh my God, you guys are horrible people. You guys are horrible people. And signing bills, like I know when Trump came into office, he has a picture of Biden, which is the auto pen in the administration there. But really, honestly, this comes down to elder abuse, and it's just really sad. That's what if that was my grandfather, like I would say, like, I think it's enough. It's not funny. These videos go viral. Take care of this man. Like, give him some respect at this point. Really, it's just sad. I have to, from a human perspective, and I'm looking at this. If this was my father, my grandfather, I'd be like, don't do this to him anymore.
No, I'm with you. And the sad part is Jill Biden. She's probably at the bottom of the stairs, going, "Well done, you did so well." And I think that she's a massive part. Yeah, you did it. Yeah. Exactly. Stella Escobedo, it has been absolutely wonderful having you on the program. Thank you so much for your time and your insights. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.